John, welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely. Looking forward to working with you today.
Looking forward to learning.
Why don't tell me a little bit about your golf background? How long you've been playing, or how frequently do you get out?
Well, I used to play a lot more, but I had some medical issues and I ended up with a shoulder issue. I haven't picked up a club in 3 years, but I have been just going to the range and hitting them. I've noticed some big changes.
Sure.
I lost control. I just don't have it.
Sure, absolutely. Well, happy to try to help. Just so I know, from my perspective, which shoulder bothers you a little bit? This one? Okay, perfect. That's always helpful to know when we're going through the process, learn about some injuries and such. So, what I'll have you do is hit a couple shots here. Let me take a look and then see what we can do to get you going for the day.
All right, thank you.
All right. And John, just talk me through this. Obviously I watch another one here, but is your typical ball flight a little bit left to right?
A little bit, not as much as I just noticed.
Okay.
It was never really like that.
Okay.
Once in a while I hit it by straight, but I have no idea what
I Okay. Understood. Okay. Okay, a little better, just a touch of tail. Pretty good flight there.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead and set back up here for me. We'll pretend that the ball's here. Go ahead and set back up for me. So one thing I would say, you go ahead and grip. We're going to go ahead and tweak this just a little bit stronger, so a little bit over this way.
Okay.
What that will do is help kind of deter some of that tail to the right, right? Just a little stronger left hand will help that good there.
Okay.
And you got the interlock. You're good there. I like that thumb just up here.
Right
Perfect.
there?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay.
Now, a lot of things that we work on with a lot of students is mostly at address, all right? And so when I'm setting up, when you're set up here, if you can go ahead and set back up for me. One thing I'd like to see, and I know this shoulder, but we want to try to soften this right elbow just a touch.
Oh, okay.
All right? Just so I can see your left forearm a little better from behind. It's going to help the path of that club, all right? Travel a little bit more from the inside as opposed to right elbow getting up high would incur that kind of cutting motion kind of across the ball.
Okay.
So let's try just that right elbow feeling a little soft. There we go, good.
Wow. That went straight.
There we go. We like straight. We like straight. And one other thing, one other tool that I oftentimes will use, and this can help because it is a little bit of a, we talk a lot about path, right? The path that the club travels. A lot of times when you see tail, there's two ways it can get there. It can be via the club face. We could square the club face up, but it might incur a little bit of a pull. One other way is by using a tool like this, which helps with the plane. All right, so it's going to help our path get the club underneath this here as opposed to down and across.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave this here. What we're going to do is I'm going to have you step back here. I'm going to give you an example.
Back here?
Yeah, right back here. I'll show you an example of what I'm hoping you'll do. And go ahead and set up under here. And doesn't even have to be a big swing. My job is to swing this club underneath this and then back underneath this. Okay? Not so much worried about it, where it goes, more so just underneath, keeps the plane under, keeps the path underneath that.
Okay.
There. Let's give one a try. Not even that worried about the length of swing or how hard you hit it. Okay. I'm more so worried about that feel of the path of the club.
All right, if I just practice it?
Absolutely,
This is weird for me.
Yeah. Good.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Let's go. You want one on the ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
You got to watch that shoulder.
Yep. Yeah, you're good. Yep, just soft there. That's going to allow that club to work right underneath it. Perfect.
Ha!
There you go.
That felt sweet.
Yeah. It was solid, really, really solid contact.
Yeah.
Good. We're going to soften that right elbow just a touch. That allows that club to work underneath this path here. Okay. That was just a little open on the face. Give me one more of those. This is just a great tool that you can use to try to kind of develop a feeling and the path that that club should kind of travel on.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. And you can do this with an alignment stick. If you're on the grass, you could take that stick, put it in there at an angle. What I'm trying to do is match the angle of this to about the angle that your club lies. All right, so this one has 50 degrees. There's different degrees, but you kind of want to match them.
Just got to remember that elbow.
Yeah, just soften the elbow, yep. One last thing here. Go ahead and step back one more time. The only last thing we're going to do is just add address. Notice we haven't talked a lot about swing, talked a lot about things at address. I want you to feel just a touch taller in your chest. Just a touch.
Okay.
Just a touch. Yep, perfect. That's great.
That was nice.
So when you're out working on things, John, what I would highly recommend is, a lot of it comes into setup, right? You can have somebody take a quick video, give you a little bit of idea down the line, face on. Using that alignment tool, incredibly helpful. But a lot of these things are not swing related. A lot of them are, how do we get in the same setup position every time? Tool like this can be very simple. I have it here where you can do it on the mat. You can grab an alignment rod anywhere you want and put it in there, try to match the angle of the shaft, but just gets that club kind of on a path that's underneath rather than over the top, creating a little bit of that slice.
Okay,
so
great.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great path to work on.
All right.
All right.
Any
questions?
Would you mind if I tried like a 4-iron?
Sure. Yeah.
I'd like to see how that would work.
Absolutely.
The 4 and the 8 were kind of my favorite clubs.
Yeah, they're the go-to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, same type of thing, obviously.
Yeah.
4-iron's a tough one. Good. Now, can I have you slide just a touch to your left with your feet? Yeah, there we go. So I want this alignment to be a little bit more here. It was getting a little ways here.
Okay.
I'd like to see it just a touch left to center.
Okay. That felt good, but
yeah, a little squirt off to the right.
Yeah. Excellent.
Some of this is timing things. You don't want to try to bite off the whole, eat the whole apple at once here. Like, you got to take a couple bites. It's been a little bit of time since you played.
Yeah.
Take a couple of small tools that you can kind of take with you to go practice, work on them, and then you kind of reconvene on it. But you don't want to try to tackle all the little things that you're trying to do all at one time over the last couple of years.
I think the big one is the grip, that elbow.
Yeah.
That was really good, and keeping it low.
Yeah, and that just kind of softening that elbow. If they see that right side get high, your shoulder gets high, your right shoulder, which is your hurt one, gets high, and it creates the path of that club going across, right? Where I'd rather have it settle naturally, let that set underneath. That club's going to be able to deliver there with a little bit more power rather than the kind of the swipe.
Very good.
So, well done.
All right.
Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely.